Hello everyone and welcome back to Digimobs Return to the Digital World. So last time we got the main walls of the cannon up. We got the ring and we got the first beacon up for the cannon. We are going to work more on the beacons today. I know I should probably be working on the outer edge, making it look more like MetalGarurumon's head, but I want to get the beacons done. That way we can see the beacons here on the map. Because if we look, we can just barely see the one beacon. So if we can get those done, I'd be happier. But before we get to that, I want to go ahead and give a big thank you to everyone who's come out to these videos, to Persona 5 Royal on Wednesdays, Digimon Story Hacker's Memory on Fridays, and to everyone that came out to the month-long streams for October, because the month-long streams were amazing. Especially getting to play Digimon Story Time Stranger so much. Thank you to everyone that came out to those. And before we get too far into it, I want to go ahead and mention the partner for all these videos, Dubby, the Jitterless Energy Drink Company. Of course, I'm going to have the link and my promo code in the bio, in the description of this video, like I've done with every video so far. And I still have the mod list for this mod pack in the description for anybody that wants to play this mod pack. Now, the Jitterless Energy Drink Company, Dubby, they've got some great flavors, and they're the only company so far that I've seen do a collab with Crunchyroll for solo leveling with their two flavors, Shadow Monarch Surge and Egress Strike. They're both delicious flavors, and I would suggest getting some before they run out eventually. Honestly, I've thought about getting two more tubs myself, one of Shadow Monarch Surge, which I have ran out of, and some more Egress Strike, which I'm slowly going towards running out. But with my creator code RAVIELPOLIF, RAVIELPOLLIF, you can get 10% off your order, and every order gets towards a little kickback to me, and those kickbacks help the channel get new stuff like new art, new capture cards, new games, etc. Now, without further ado, let's get back to building. So yeah, you can see that I'm still where I was last time. Still recording off of that one where I got the beacon. So we are going to go to Bedrock. In a couple different areas. Now, I don't know if I'm going to hit the exact same level of Bedrock. Honestly, when I did this, I didn't think this through. Probably should have thought this through a bit more and seen what level that beacon is on when I stand on it. For Y level. Okay. So it looks like that Y level, when looking at it, or when I'm standing here, I'm looking at -55 and I'm standing at -54. Alright, so that's where the beacon needs to be. Is -55, I stand on -50, I'm standing to where it says -54. Almost. Alright. Right there. That's the spot that needs to be the beacon. There we go. So I know what the corners look like. Now, unfortunately, that is an issue right there. There we go. Now, the beacons, I will say, there we go. I will say with these beacons, I probably don't need to do all this iron, but I have literal iron farms, so any way I cut it, whenever I did this beacon, it was going to, these beacons, it was going to be iron. Of course, we are going to need more iron blocks. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick. But we're also going to need a piece of iron. So the next thing we're going to do is speed boost. And these are all going to stay the basic beam. Or I might make them into a... Actually, well, we can test the beam right now. I should have all the glass types, shouldn't I? Well, clear glass. Because we're going to have to put some glass there to make sure. For now, we'll put clear glass. So we don't have to fall down the hole again. There we go. And for when we make the indent, we're going to make it about 3 down. Making the ones in the middle is going to be the hard part. Hmm. Underwater. Also, the amount of prosperity that I'm finding underneath a section of area that would normally be part of my spawn area is disturbing. Alright, that's where... This tough stuff is, I will say, unusually quick to mine. Alright, 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers. Make sure that the speed I got is 2. Okay. Now, placing down multiple beacons is very time consuming, I will say. I keep forgetting that I should just keep a stack of ingots on me. Alright, so we've gotten haste, we've gotten speed, so we're gonna work on resistance next. We're gonna make it to where in the base we have nothing to worry about. Nothing to fear except fear itself. There we go, put some glass in our inventories. Alright, that's 3 beacons up, 1 more to go. For the 4 cardinal directions. They're still the centerpiece. There it is. So this is where the beacon will be placed. First 3x3. Then the 5x5, which... Okay, 2 levels of 3, a level of 5x5. There's that level. And this should be the final level. There we go. Did get 19 diamonds out of that. And we have been getting some nice amounts of prismarine. I will say there are some other mods that add-ons to the digital world that I would have liked that would have made building this a lot easier, but that would require learning a few other add-on mods. I'll admit it, I'm comfortable where I am with my mods. Okay. So we've done speed, haste, and resistance. Next we'll go ahead with strength, and we'll make jump boost in the middle. The 4 in the middle will all have, there'll be the 1 with jump boost, and then 3 that also just all do excess levels in the regeneration. But yeah, this one is going to be the interesting one. So far we've got the 4. Well, let's see. Now, each of those may have some issues. But we will get to those issues later. Alright, so of course this is where the beacon lays. First 3x3, then the 5x5, then that one, then that one. Which does look like that these are going to be touching some of the outer edge beacons. So this is going to be interesting. Because they're going to touch each other too. And of course, what do I mean by that? Well, they're way too close to not friendly bump each other, I'll say. So when we make each of the 4 other paths, we're going to see that these 4 are going to crisscross. So I'm going to probably, since, which direction was it? Was it like this that we came down? I don't remember. Because if it was like this, it was. Okay, so we're also just going to go ahead and mine our way down. And as you can see, this is going to do the same thing, and then we're going to have one right here as well, which is going to push this 2 further in. I think it's going to push this one 2 further that way. So with that, this is going to be a weird cluster. So this is a 3x3, 5x5 here. I think that's how that one's gonna work. It's not mathing in my head right now. I think I need to set up one beacon. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hate doing this because I'm gonna mine all this back up here later, but once we have one of the beacons set up, okay, so 3x3, 3x3, 5x5, 7x7, and 9x9. All right. Once we have that beacon set up, we'll set up the other three, but we'll at least get the pillar spots mined down. That way, we can just jump down one of them. There's that one. Now it's just the furthest one. Yeah, see, this is going to be really weird when it comes out. But that is essentially going to be that first one we did. And I'm just going to go ahead and mine that one spot so that we have like kind of a weird little platform here we're going to be working with. I do at least want to get this last beacon put up. Well, this last beacon. There are 3 more we're going to have to do. And if I remember correctly, this one is the jump boost one. So now we have all of our effects. Now, of course, go to the top and show that that's the one that I've finished. I'm going to put a piece of glass there. And that way at the bottom, when we fall down, we see that that's the one that's done. Like I said, this is going to be weird. And pathing this in my... I'm trying to go ahead and path this, because this is going to be another 3x3. Five by 5. Seven by 7. Nine by 9, I think. Anything that overlaps with that one's going to be weird. It's just, ugh. The rest of this, I'm going to have to visually map it out. And I'm going to do that before next time. I may have to take up that beacon that I just placed. But anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Stay digital, y'all.